It's my honor to welcome you to this year's Global Energy Conference co-hosted by IEA. This event marks a significant milestone as the first time the forum is being held in Africa. In an acknowledgement of the critical role the continent will play in clean energy transition and Kenya's strong leadership on energy efficiency in particular, we are thrilled to have such esteemed delegates in attendance. Like I've mentioned, we really are honored, and I want to welcome all of us again to Nairobi, Kenya. I'm sure that the Deputy President will do much, much better. Your Excellency, Kenya is an associate member of IEA. This partnership provides Kenya and other African countries direct access to IEA's vast reservoir of expertise, best practices in energy policy, technology, data analysis, like I've mentioned what IEA was able to do for Europe, and modeling. Through this collaboration, we are poised to strengthen our energy sector and advance towards sustainable development goals. Kenya association with the IEA underscores our commitment to international energy standards and best practices. It enhances our potential to attract increased private capital inflows to our energy sector. Additionally, our partnership with the IEA facilitates capacity building and knowledge exchange, empowering us to implement effective energy policies and technologies tailored to our specific needs and challenges. In collaboration with IEA, Your Excellency, the IEA Kenya is working on initiatives aimed at promoting renewable energy deployment, enhancing energy efficiency, accelerating access to clean cooking, and strengthening policy planning. Through joint efforts, we are striving to build a resilient and sustainable energy future for our nation and contribute to global efforts in combating climate change. The conference brings together ministers, CEOs, and other senior leaders to accelerate progress towards the goal of doubling energy efficiency progress this decade as agreed by governments in COP28. The 9th Global Conference also represents an opportunity to deepen collaboration and unlock opportunities for energy efficiency to ensure sustainable energy transition in emerging and developing economies.
While we have lost biodiversity in destruction of forests and other natural resources to farming, integrating sustainable agriculture and food systems remains central to a clean environment. This is besides innovations that recycle from waste into green energy in form of biogas, electricity for machinery, and other domestic use, especially clean cooking. While food is an important resource, we must work on affordable, easy-to-use innovations, more so for our farmers. Breaking down domestic biomass in the farm is a direct and sustainable way of reducing the greenhouse gases like methane, which are fueling climate change. In this regard, raising awareness, capacity building, and initial investment requires that we work together in community-driven initiatives. Kenya is among African countries that have borne the burden of climate change. We commit to leading continental and global initiatives of combating this phenomena through diverse measures supported alongside raising awareness on the negative impact of climate change. We are actively planting seedlings across the country, targeting 15 billion trees by the year 2032. On the other hand, Kenya is assembling electric vehicles. It is another way of progressively reducing and eliminating fossil fuel-powered mobility, which contributes to the carbon emission burden. Distinguished delegates, and our development blueprint, Kenya Vision 2030, we are determined to deploy modern infrastructure across strategic sectors of the economy to catalyze transformation of our nation into a middle-income country. Central to our bottom-up economic transformation agenda is energy efficiency and increasing electricity access, not only through the national grid, but also home-based sources like biogas and solar. Distinguished delegates, our partnership with the International Energy Agency as an association member country is pivotal in our commitment to advancing energy efficiency and renewable energy deployment. The support and technical assistance provided by the International Energy Agency will strengthen our capacity in data collection, policy planning, and drive forward our renewable energy agenda. Indeed, this forms the gist of this conference in cultivating collaboration and strengthening public-private partnership in funding transformative, consumer-focused innovations informed by solid research-based data. This is important because impact research requires massive resources in sector-specific disciplines. In this regard, we call upon the international community to ensure resources as committed during COP28 and similar forums are availed to, among other initiatives, further innovations that promote climate action in Kenya and the African continent. This conference, therefore, is a moment to learn good practices from our peers as well as those ahead of us. It is also time to identify national and international policy gaps that hinder adjustment of equipment, installations, and other infrastructure to allow for competitive technology that is cost-effective. On this note, we need to urgently review and harmonize our policies to, among other ways, offer subsidy in the manufacture and installation of energy-efficient equipment and other infrastructures. Such subsidies should also apply to the purchase and installation of solar panels and other sources of green energy.